day. Cause lady, where you come from, people die there every day. And for our safety, that's where you should stay.
Thank you very much for your time, Ethan.
Man, MC Chinaman this man. I tell the people, man, say, what's a program, man? Yeah, man, Damian Phillips every night, live. Check.
Hey, tell us about your kind of songs. What's your objective?
Just to enlighten the people's mind, and to remind them of where we've been and where we are and where we need to go. There's somebody always has to be there with something positive. There's a lot of negativity on the radio right now, all around the world, and TV. So I wanted to be the positive, one of the positive things that people can watch and listen to. Try to get a job today, but when it's an application, them say, if this is where you really reside, please step outside. She asked them why, and they replied, we don't want no trouble, no. We don't want no trouble, no day. Cause lady, where you come from, people die there every day. And for our safety, that's where you should stay.
Thank you very much for your time, Ethan.
Man, MC Chinaman this man. I tell the people, man, say, what's a program, man? Yeah, man, Damian Phillips every night, live. Check.
Hey, tell us about your kind of songs. What's your objective?
Just to enlighten the people's mind, and to remind them of where we've been and where we are and where we need to go. There's somebody always has to be there with something positive. There's a lot of negativity on the radio right now, all around the world, and TV. So I wanted to be the positive, one of the positive things that people can watch and listen to. Try to get a job today, but when it's an application, them say, if this is where you really reside, please step outside. She asked them why, and they replied, we don't want no trouble, no. We don't want no trouble, no day. Cause lady, where you come from, people die there every day. And for our safety, that's where you should stay.
Thank you very much for your time, Ethan.
Man, MC Chinaman this man. I tell the people, man, say, what's a program, man? Yeah, man, Damian Phillips every night, live. Check.
Hey, tell us about your kind of songs. What's your objective?
Just to enlighten the people's mind, and to remind them of where we've been and where we are and where we need to go. There's somebody always has to be there with something positive. There's a lot of negativity on the radio right now, all around the world, and TV. So I wanted to be the positive, one of the positive things that people can watch and listen to. Try to get a job today, but when it's an application, them say, if this is where you really reside, please step outside. She asked them why, and they replied, we don't want no trouble, no. We don't want no trouble, no day. Cause lady, where you come from, people die there every day. And for our safety, that's where you should stay.
Thank you very much for your time, Ethan.
Man, MC Chinaman this man. I tell the people, man, say, what's a program, man? Yeah, man, Damian Phillips every night, live. Check.
Lifestyle, rated M for mature. Hosted by Damian Phillips. It's informative, provocative, and unconventional. Hosted by Damian Phillips. Lifestyle.
Me and my girl was fighting. It happens to be a misunderstanding. I accidentally tumbled with your face, and your face black and blue. To run go to the police station, we go tell the police too. Girl after me feed and me close you, give you everything you want to comfort you. Leave the house, come look money for me and you. When me come back, you go with white blue. Jump in a yaya and the black and blue. Run go to the police, go tell them too. But what the hell the police can do? What
the hell the police can do?
Violets are blue. Sugar is sweet, but not sweet as you. Nothing in this world leave what I.
Yeah, man, that good now, that good.
Want to go shopping money.
So let me leave Echo Minute alone and jump over here and welcome my guest. Hey Juju, how you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. And you?
I'm good, I'm good, I'm good. And thanks for joining me again.
Thanks for having me.
Yes, so people, guess what happened now? This is the second time this happened. I saw a video with Juju going live, just talking our mind. This happened sometime back, sometime last year. I mean, like, no, I mean, like everything what that woman here say. That woman here say the things them where people should have really say. On the contrary, we see that more people are talking all kind of something which Juju address even that too. So if you guys wondering what we're talking about tonight, so out of the blues, I decided, okay, I spoke 2 nights already on this topic, although every night something come up different. There's this gospel singer, this gospel Christian singer, which I think this is the first a lot of us ever hear about her. Like we don't know if them did say like Genevieve Bailey or Glacier Robinson or there are several names that we could call. We could have said, yeah, we recognize them people here. Nobody know this woman. And
No,
somebody even tagged me in a song where she was singing. I'm like, really? That I want song? But I'm not bashing. But her, she shared with the star to say, listen, she ready for even file for this Amania. She ready for file for him and all of that. But because it's the first I'm talking to Juju about this, I just want to hear what is her thought on this video that is viral and still making the rounds and people making all kind of video and meme about it.
well, first and foremost, I think it's nasty.
Mm-hmm.
And I was attacked when I said I think it's nasty, because I just said I think it's nasty and leave it right there, and I did not explain why I said that. But for me, the disrespect to the constabulary force is one of the first thing that I reckon. The disrespect to his family, the disrespect to the church, to disrespect to the stripes, his uniform, everything about it, in every way, every angle that you put it, it's disrespectful. And when I said nasty, is because you are engaged into something. You're a married man. You're engaged into something you don't know. Well, maybe it's a side chick, as some people would say. But the bottom line is she's not your wife. You don't know where she's coming from at the time when she meets up with you. You don't know who she was with before she meets up with you. So that's why I consider it as being nasty.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with you. But I see people on the side which the singer was talking about to say, but they enjoyed what they saw. Like,
You know what? I find with a lot of women, and I'll just say a lot because I can't speak for everybody. I don't think everybody is on the same level. They're not in the same mind frame as everybody else. You have different people think different ways. But I wonder where's the moral? Where is the respect, self-respect, self-esteem of some of our women today, in this day and ages? I wonder where's their self-esteem. I wonder where's the moral, the etiquette that they were brought up in. Different homes, yes, different lifestyles. But at the end of the day, people tend to differ from the fact that, and you know what surprised me the most is the fact that a lot of people said, I'm sorry for him.
yes,
I haven't heard anybody said they're sorry for his wife. I haven't heard anybody said, oh my God, she has to walk in the community after the aftermath. She have to go to church. She have to go to work. Or if she's a stay at home mom, she has to live with the scandal. This is not something that is local, This is viral.
yes,
This is all around the world. Also, the gospel singer, when I saw the topic and I saw it, I mean, as you said, nobody knew about her. It's my first time seeing her. And sometimes people like to grasp or to jump on the negative bandwagon to get exposure. So it could be that, or she could really mean what she says, because a lot of times people tend to want what somebody else have.
Mm.
They never want to have things for themselves. So they get jealous and they get envious and they
Mhm.
get all worked up on a video, an explicit video. Could I be aroused from watching it? No. Because it's not in the right content. It's not, first and foremost, I don't watch porn. I really
Mhm.
don't.
Mhm.
But for those who do, I'm not gonna bash them. But can I be aroused from watching something? First and foremost, it looked nasty. Everything about it was nasty and creepy.
Mhm.
So I deleted it from my phone. But for her to say that she want to sponsor him, she want him to come up, and she want to have him, and what have you, that mean right there and then, as a gospel singer, this is my personal take on this. You put aside the gospel for a minute, and you're gone into the flesh,
Mhm.
that realm. You're not in the spiritual realm anymore. You have put that aside and you're now fantasizing. You're
Yes.
not, you're now getting involved into something that should have been like, wow, this is a married man. This is man is serving the force. He's out on duty. It looks like he's in the vehicle,
Mhm.
police vehicle. I don't know. But this is not something for us to have a laugh on.
Mm. Mm.
It
Mhm.
is not. And
Mhm.
for her to say that, that means it's a form of desperation in a sense. You're
Yes.
desperate. But
That
are
is
you
what
desperate for the right person?
that is what I posted, and I said this to me is a sign of
Are you
desperation.
desperate for the right person? Because
Mhm.
you will have to deal with him. You meet him like that, don't ever think you can change him.
Mm. Mm. But what if? Well, maybe she's saying I don't want to change him. I like what I saw. I just want to get that.
And that's what a lot of people do. They tend to meet someone, and they meet the person in a bar drunk, really drunk.
Mhm.
They go back another time, go out with him, and he gets drunk, and he goes home and he vomit, and they said, you know what, I want to make him my husband because I can change him. You cannot change a person have to see it within themselves that this is a pathway I'm going that is not right,
Mhm.
and I want to make a U-turn. So you meet this man, doing, having explicit, going all over and about, and
Mhm.
you think you're gonna send for him because you get aroused, you get excited about what he's doing, and you want the same thing for yourself, and you tell yourself he's gonna come in your home and change, or you can change him. You have trouble, and a lot of women set up themselves for trouble, problems, and
Mm.
then they cry later,
Mhm.
but the signs were there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I agree. When reading it, I said to myself, I was really taken aback because I saw the headline and I say, you know what? I'm not even going to read this because maybe it's just Star. You know, they normally put out stuff for people to buy the paper and the column. So I'm not even going to read. But then several people send it to me and say, DP, I saw this, I saw this, I saw this. I'm like, okay, there's most something about it. But there's a section which we're going to get to in a while. But while reading it, and you have a lot of people now, and you must hear this judge enough time, people telling you about don't judge and you don't whatever. So let me use another word. I'm not going to judge, I'm going to speculate. I think by watching the clip, a spirit of lust came upon that woman, that singer, that gospel singer. Spirit
Mhm.
of lust, or maybe even a demon of lust. What you think, Jojo?
And that's what I said earlier. She get a rose from it. She start getting involved into the video,
Mm-hmm.
forgetting, forgetting the true meaning, forgetting what's happening. She's just indulged into what is going on.
And
So
as you
she
use the
start
term
to,
flesh.
yeah. So she start the flesh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She start to imagine herself being there. She
Mm-hmm.
start imagining herself being with him, and he doing that. Would I want somebody like that to be around me? No, no,
Mm-hmm.
and oh no.
Wow. So let's go to the story from the Star. Let me read the story to you because maybe some of you you haven't seen it or heard of it. So to make you know exactly what we're talking about, let me share it. Let me share it. So the Star says gospel singer wants to marry cop in sex video. And this is why I saw a while ago, and I'm going to repeat myself. This is why I think a demon of lust came upon her.
Yes,
Because first and foremost, even the Bible tells you that you should only lust after your husband or your wife. You're not supposed to lust after anybody. Currently, because we don't know of this man being divorced. So she
that's
was
right.
lusting off a married man. Irregardless of what he was doing, whatever. So start with that. She was lusting off a married man, and then she wanted to jump as far. And is some marriage easy nowadays? We just see one clip and say, "Yo, me like what me see, so I want to get married. This is what I want to marry for, like nothing else." So let me read. So gospel singer wants to marry cop in sex video, and this story is by Simone Morgan Lindo, the Star writer, March 4, 2021, and they have our picture and up and everything. Big up sister Samantha Gardner, because there's no judgment, we just attack truth. A US-based gospel artist has come to the defense of the policeman in the now viral sex video, saying she would gladly take him if his relationship status changed. So right there, so again, she's even wishing say him get divorced. Samantha Gardner, who is known for gospel songs such as Miracle and Only You, encouraged the embattled constable to stay strong. Quote, "It's not like it was a man that he was caught." Read again. "It's not like it was a man that they caught him with. And oral sex isn't or was never tabooed." I don't know where she get that from. "A lot of persons who are bashing him is doing worse behind a closed door," she said. Gardner, who said she is recently divorced, quoted the Bible saying that, quote, "all have sinned and come short of the glory of God." And this ties into exactly what Mr. really want to deal, because I asked a question today on Facebook: how should the church deal with this situation? Because it's a multifaceted kind of thing, but we soon get to that. Reading more. Quote, "I am a Christian, but I have feelings. The Bible says someone without sin should cast the first stone. I am sure everyone will remember the woman in the Bible who had 5 men and none of them belonged to her. No one could cast a stone because they were all sinners," Gardner said. Married deacon. So they have a back giving that thing. So those are fifth. It's the first time. I don't know how you just hear about this, but if you're wondering what we're talking about, the constable, who was reportedly a married deacon, caused a social media frenzy after video footage of him performing oral sex on a woman while still in his uniform surfaced online. On Tuesday, Police Commissioner Major General Anthony Anderson ordered that he be placed on interdiction as an investigation gets underway. But Gardner admitted that she became aroused after watching the video. This is the gospel singer saying she became aroused. She get turned on. She get Annie watching the video. Quote, I know it's not me alone. Well, you know that it's not me alone. She said, I know that it's not me alone, but some women will not admit. I got chills all over my body, and I can see how experienced he was, and I won't lie. Places in my body got weak. I wished I was the woman in the video, she said. Amid rumors that the lawman's wife is contemplating divorce, Gardner said that if that happens, I am here for him. Quote, I am willing to not only share my bed with him, but my life, because he is blessed in more than one ways. I really don't see what the big uproar is about. I would help him to migrate if push come to shove, because I heard he is not doing well, she said. So, for all who wondering, what is going to become of this police and all of that, maybe he has gained his green card. I don't know. Well, that is if she's in America. But let me welcome Jen to the show. So, yes, I have two beautiful ladies with me this evening. Hi, Jen.
Hi, you hearing me?
Yes.
Okay.
And Juju is here with me.
All right. Hi, Juju.
Hi, Gwen.
Jen. So Juju gave us her take on all of this, and it's the first man I ever talk about this. I don't know people. I've never discussed this with Jen, so I don't know. I invited Juju because I saw her video, but I don't know Jen's take on it. So what's your take on this old embattled car constable scene in the video, frenzy, viral video?
My thought on the whole situation?
Mm-hmm.
My thought is, my thought is, number one, let's just get this out of the way.
Mm-hmm.
We're humans and we make mistakes. However,
Mm-hmm.
there are lines that are to be drawn.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And so when you find yourself in certain, can I turn on my lights? My lights seem
Yes,
kind of dark. Hold on.
that would be sweet of you to turn on your light.
Right. So
You
number
started out by
one.
saying we're human, and that is, I don't remember that.
No, we make mistakes. We make
Right.
mistakes. Let's face it. It's not the first man who have done that. It's just the first man to be caught on camera
Mm-hmm.
like that. A police officer. From me, I grew up. Me never see that. You know,
Okay.
but it's not the first man for cheat on him wife. It's not the first man for do a little thing at a job or for do a little thing in a vehicle. It's not the first. Not
Okay.
that it's right, but he's not special. What makes it special is that it's in all its glory, so we all can see it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, first and foremost, you're on the job. You have a job to do.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Whether you're on your break or not, you're in your uniform and you're in the vehicle.
Right.
The next thing is that you have a wife at home. So you're not thinking about your wife in this. You are requesting that someone, if we are to believe what this lady says, right? This young lady said she was asked to video it. That's the other thing. It's just wrong on all levels. Next thing, I heard that he is someone who holds some position in the church.
Even the
I am
paper
not a
just
church
saying he's a
person. Right. I'm not a church person.
Mhm.
But if you decide to live your life a certain way, I expect to see you living it and doing what is right.
Mhm.
So him wrong on a whole heap of counts. You know, I'm not going to castrate him. I'm not going to throw him in the gully. I'm not going to kill him feet. But whatever he's getting right now, I can't say I feel sorry for him, but I can say I empathize, I understand.
Okay. So I have two ladies this evening with me who is different from the populace, because everywhere I go, I see people saying, "Oh, Miss feel sorry for him, Miss sorry for the man," and all of these things, and so I don't know. So before I go to go over to Juju, I just read the story about this gospel singer who is welcome. She's ready to help him migrate. What's your take on that, Jen?
Yeah.
So I'm sorry, I said I would have read the article, but I haven't read it. But just based on the headline, I think she's just a clout chaser. She just want to be in the spotlight. She just want to say something, and then she's gonna say, "But God never said this, and God never said that," and you know, that's what I think of that.
Yeah, she
Because
was
if this
saying
man
about-
if this man has his wife, you are going to say you willing to do this, and this for this man. And number one, why you don't have a man?
She's recently divorced. That's in there.
Recently divorced. Why you don't wait for God send you a man?
That's right.
You want another person husband? Them not even divorced. No, man.
I'm moving around like that.
They're taking the church for a joke thing.
Let me welcome those of you just joining us, and I know that several of Juju friends they here and other people. My brethren, this Jack Redeem is in the building. Big up yourself, brethren. Far we go back, from Styles days. And guys, you can feel free to comment in the comment section. So even if it's the first year being on this live, don't sit down and think, because I always say my show is like sex. If you just lay down on your back, it may seem boring, but if you jump in with your comment, and later on I'm going to put out the phone number you can call and all of that, feel free. All right, let me welcome those of you on Mad Lion Radio in Boston, or out of Boston, Massachusetts, because they broadcast to the world. So they're my affiliate, Mad Lion Radio. So if you're listening, I'll throw out the number in a minute. You're just joining, we're discussing this old viral video of this police officer that has been making its round, and people making a lot of jokes from it. Hey, RG, welcome, and all of that. So I'm asking some Wolper question, but what I asked on Facebook this evening, well, today, and I'm going to try to jump to it in a few, is how should the church deal with this? If what they are reporting that he's actually an officer in the church, how should they deal with this? So let me ask you that, Juju, because I know that you're a church person and all of that. How you think the church, or how do the church normally deal with situations like these?
Well, different folks, different strokes, and you have different churches that deal with things differently. But I would say I cannot speak for the church that I'm in because I've never happened to experience such thing in the church. So I don't know. But on a level of growing up in Jamaica, knowing this kind of situation, they would have a members meeting. They would have a meeting with him. And I personally think, what happened there?
That's just me switching my video. Go ahead.
Okay. I personally think that they would have a discussion with him and he would be placed on some kind of, maybe at the back, but he wouldn't be able to take part. That is a very important part of it. Even if they don't denounce him from the church and said, you know what, I don't think we can chase people from the church, but his position in the church, I think would have been taken away from him, or at least be on a standstill. And there is something that you read that I just want to say a little on. She said in her argument or in her post that he's to keep strong. He's strong. People are spoon feeding this adult. He's not a child. You lay your blame.
Juju, I one term Juju say professional nasty man. Juju said the man is a professional nasty man. Anyway, sorry to interject. Go ahead, Juju.
Yes. So I'm saying, people keep sugarcoating this thing. Could it be the same reaction if it was his wife in the uniform doing this to a man? I don't think so. The whole world will come down on him. But because I find with women, they bash women a lot. But when it comes on to men, they kind of endorse certain things. It's as if you're giving them a reason to cheat. You're giving them a reason to get worse. How you know he's a man and what's wrong with that? And women like these things. That's not the point. The point is he's wearing his uniform. He's there on duty. He disrespected his position as a police officer. He disrespect the police force. He disrespect Jamaica. There's a lot of different people watching from different countries, island, and already a lot of people don't respect our police officers.
Yes.
Because
we start today with this taxi man fighting off.
Yes, they fight them in the streets. They want to spit on them. It's a hard job as it sits. And then for this to happen, do you know how many people look at us like, and I said us because I am a Jamaican.
Of course, we're Jamaican.
Yeah, these things really affect me when I look and see what's happening in the world today, and looking to see people trying to unite, trying to bring others together. And this is what you're doing in your uniform and think, oh, I don't think he should be fired. You're lying, you're lying it. You're lying it. He was aware that it's been videoed. The angle of which he hold the phone on, it's on him. He has to know it's been videoed. He never thought of the church. He never thought of his family. He never thought of his job. So, buddy, suck it up. Suck it up. You do the crime, you pay for it.
And no pun intended there with the suck it up part.
No,
forgive me.
Okay.
You didn't say nothing wrong.
You know what I mean? Basically,
you didn't say nothing wrong.
Get real.
I'm just saying, based on what is explained in the video, because I haven't watched it, but based on what is explained, there was some sucking taking place, and he just hearing you saying "suck it up," I'm like, no. If the officer is watching now, he would be like, "But Miss, you're telling me to suck it up." That's what I was doing.
Come to terms with what you did.
I know what you mean.
Come to terms with what you did. There's no excuse. There's no going around it and polishing it off. Yes, we're all sinners and we sin. But you choose to do things in the privacy of your home or wherever, not in a public space, because a van is a public vehicle. It's a government vehicle. There's no going around it for me. There's no dressing it up for me. He's nasty. It's wrong what he did, and he needs to pay for what he did.
I hear you. Jen, did you weigh in on if you think he's supposed to be fired or no? Did you? I can't recall.
No, I didn't say whether or not
So what's your take
I
on
think
that
he
part?
should be. My take on that is whatever. Okay, so I'm sure they have their policies, right?
Mm-hmm.
In the force,
Mm-hmm.
and like I said, if excuse me, if I'm supposed to be at work working and I'm doing something else, that's grounds for dismissal, right?
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
And if I am not supposed to be using company's vehicle or property for recreational use, and that is a company policy, and I should be fired, then yes, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
So I am not one who is saying that he should not be fired, but I'm also one who is saying that, you know, when we mention the church, Juju mentioned the church,
Mm-hmm.
and there are way worse things that goes on in the church, and a blind eye is turned to it. There we may get in our feelings and we may be triggered because we are women, and we are wife, or we are a baby mother, or we are, you know, so that part will hit us because we're thinking in our heads, hey, if I did my husband that, how me would I feel? When me would I do? Him deserve to go sleeping at the doghouse, right? However, when it comes, it depends. So on the thing, on the grounds of him being fired, me not gonna say no fire him, because like me say, when you get a job, first and foremost, you're in your uniform. From me a pitney, me a grow up. When you go to school in your uniform, that is one thing. You do anything in your uniform. If you ever cut your eye past somebody, our Magati high school girl, yes, in the
Easily
red and
identified.
whites, yes, easily identified. So I feel that was that's a big disrespect. The act itself doesn't bother me so much. But it's just how it was done and where it was done. Yeah.
Let me welcome Karita to the show. Let me welcome Tisha to the show, and thanks for joining. And we're live on Instagram, we're live on Twitter, and there are comments here on Insta. So pardon me while I read them. My friend Leonie said good night, DP. She also said the Bible, he has not sinned. He says he who have not sinned cast the first stone. I think the church should forgive him. She went on to say the big thing is the embarrassment out of all, but he made it he made a big mistake. Yes, there should be some punishment, but not fired. And I'm piggybacking on those two comments. The first one about the church forgiving him, because the Bible says, he who have no sin cast the first stone. But I always realize that people jump for convenient Bible verses, because I actually share this with somebody today that, listen, the Bible says, God said, who loves the chasteneth. So if you have your own pit near your yard and them do things where you tell them, say them nothing do, or them just know say them shouldn't do it, and you just say, you know what? Hush, baby, it's all right. Don't worry, you're human. We're all human. No, the Bible has called Christians, because the rest of we can do whatever we want to do, but the Bible has called Christians to be salt of the earth. It is going to come with reprimanding, and it is going to come with other stuff. But I realize now the church is being silent by the alphabetical people, them, the rainbow people, them, because they use this verse a lot. He have no sin cast the first one, saying, shut up, allow me to do what me I do. Don't correct me, don't say nothing, because guess what? Pick the beam out of your eye first. But if nobody not correct or preach what is right, what will happen?
True. So true. And I mean, a lot of things are happening in the church. The church right now, to be honest with you, it has reached a nostril of God. And I'm not saying in every church, well, you have good and bad in every church, whether you like it, yes or no. But the bottom line is, we find, as you said, the scripture to convince and to make things pretty. And I'm still asking, I haven't heard anyone say so far, poor wife. I'm sorry for the wife. The wife, be strong. Keep your head up high. Can you imagine if he have a child or children? Say from the age of 7, 8, because you know when you reach those age, you have sense 5 as a matter of fact.
Old enough to understand.
And they have to go to school. and they have to go to school. Sometimes they don't understand, but people will meet them. Another child that is older than that child will say, "Me see your father. You didn't hear your father."
And the fact
So
that it's
nobody's
on the
talking about the
internet,
family.
we
Everybody's
know
talking
that it's,
about this man.
and the fact that it's on the
Because the man
internet,
don't
it's not going anywhere.
because if the man is in a van and he's doing it good, so everybody feel like they should be on is cheering him on. No, I'm sorry, I'm gonna be one man in the world. A one man against everybody. Because at the end of the day, if you're a police officer and somebody steals, you're gonna lock him up.
Yeah.
And he's in his uniform, there are repercussions for him. I'm pretty sure that he signed off on a lot of things that he's not supposed to do. This is not his first time, Damien. I don't think it's his first time. But God exposed him. God exposed him. Because do it too long. So God said it's high time for me to make it open. He needs to get off the rostrum if he's on the rostrum. Of course, the church will forgive him. The church should be a church of refuge and forgiveness and love and everything. But that doesn't mean because they forgive him, he should sit there with the Bible to preach another sermon Sunday.
That
No,
is what somebody commented on my page,
go
and I
back
said this
to
person,
City and cleanse and wash and come back again. That's
somebody
what
commented. Somebody commented on the question that I asked, what should the church do? And the person say, forgive him and make him preach Sunday. And I'm like, see, this isn't even making a mockery of the church.
Thank you very much.
Somebody's going to come and map it. I asked the question, what should be done? What should the church do? And somebody came on and say, the church for just make him preach Sunday morning. And I'm like, okay then. So not Juju, sorry, going over to Jen now. You see the JJ them.
Them endorse slackness. That's a problem.
Jen, the fact that, as Juju said, I don't really see anybody like on a one-to-one basis. There are persons who have inboxed me or WhatsApp me and say, who me feel fine all of this are the wife. I have women who are divorced or separated will reach out to me and them and say, first and foremost, me really couldn't live with it. Me even would have want to forgive him, me couldn't do it because guess what? Every time he come up in my face to kiss me, I one ugly something me would have see. And I can't deal with it. What's your take on that, Jen? Where have you seen people being empathetic or sympathetic towards the wife, or all the focus is just really on the gentleman?
I've seen more people being sympathetic towards the wife. I'm in a group with about 60-something persons on WhatsApp, and every comment, every message, it's always, man, you can imagine how the wife feel, and the wife must certify and all of this. Listen, I've heard it a lot.
So contrast this to social media. Have you seen that much sympathy or empathy for the wife on social media publicly? Because that's what I say. A lot of people reach out to me privately and saying them sorry, but the comments I see on the Star and the Glean and the Observer and all of them is just more focused on
I haven't
losing job. Him a human being.
Yeah, I haven't been on any of those posts. I haven't really looked through comments to wait like that. So I can't say that. But I know that when I speak of it, I always say, boy, you can imagine how the wife they feel now. And feeling bad for her, and persons, like I said, in the group that I'm in, even the men, when we talk about it, they're talking about that it's just sad and unfortunate for the wife in this situation. And also, social media brutal, because all our picture them are show now, right?
I heard that there's a video which even the wedding
pictures out. Someone I saw a photo of them together, and I just feel it's just brutal. She's going through enough already. Like Jojo said,
something that she's innocent of.
And I forgot that train of thought. Jojo said something I want to mention, but I forgot. It's okay. But anyhow, I feel like in this situation, like Jojo said, you make your bed, you lay night. If you're not going under full rules, full no shit.
Exactly.
So in this case, though, it's like, if you do something bad as my son, I love you, but me still I go punish you. Me still I go make you know say you did wrong for do what you do. Me not gonna say, boy, me feel it for you, come understand say this, but no. We have to understand, and there has to be boundaries.
Yes.
The world in which we live in now, it's kind of like they want to drop all boundaries. And it doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. Even in nature. In nature.
True.
You
Juju,
know.
something else I'm staying with the wife. I've read comments of women saying, yes, woman not boring at them yard. So right there, so they have no, because we haven't seen a video with the person alleged in the video saying, you know what, I can't do these things at home, so I'm going to get to do it. I see women just formulating their own opinion and stating that the woman fault. Like, what have to say about that, Juju? Women blame the wife.
The cheaters, the one who like to play the side position.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you would never find a wife or a person with high caliber in a lane by themselves that would make those kind of statements. You have some loose talks, and to be honest with you, we find a lot of our people endorse slackness. They promote it, and if you have something negative to say, you can get 1 million views in a minute.
True.
But if you have something positive to say, they slide over because they are not interested in that.
Right. It's not entertaining as much as the nastiness and the slackness.
Yes, they like the nastiness, the professional nastiness.
I agree.
That's what they like.
I
And
agree.
you find a lot of them that really support him and saying, make a man stay this for eat and that for do, because they are cheaters. They like married men. They like to play second position. You don't find anybody with high self-esteem
And
that go
moral.
on ramping about this. You don't find that. I'm sorry. You don't find that.
Your take on that, Jen?
It is true. It is true. Because if you are coming from the position of a person who holds yourself in high regard, who has integrity and such, then you won't repeat or even think to put it in that context, right? So I agree.
Somebody said that the other night we were talking about it, and I was taken aback because I'm saying I can't see how somebody would think of blaming the other party, somebody that we
But
don't
it's
know.
usually, but Damien, okay, this is what I forgot. Isn't it so common? You find out that your husband is cheating, or for whatever reason you are in some dialogue with that side chick, and the first thing that they'll say, oh, if your coop did clean, the cock wouldn't stray. It's just a common denominator when it comes to situations of a man's indiscretions, as you would say, it's just so common.
True.
And it's so funny that it's us women who are saying that.
That is what I was about to
other
say.
Women.
I think it is so wrong because I said this the other night and I'm going to repeat it. Nobody can make nobody cheat. Nobody can make nobody get bun. And I'm saying that as a man. If I step out of my marriage today, it's because I want to, or I made that decision. There's nothing that my wife can do, because even if my wife go and cheat, that don't mean that I have to go and cheat, because two wrong don't make a right. So when I hear people blaming, but Juju said it a while ago, if you find out it's more, and Leonie say it on Instagram, most of the women know who ready to jump, and I've said this over and over on my show. I know of friends who them start keep people man, and the first thing the man them do, I'm a burn out them man, the wicked. Straight up, me I go say it. You are not gallus if you need to lie on your woman or your wife to get some friends. You are not gallus.
Yep.
He's a dirty man. If you get find a woman and say, boy, it's 3 weeks now, my wife don't give me no sex. First and foremost, you shouldn't be discussing your wife with nobody else.
But this is a different. We have a different set of men now, Damien, than when I was growing up. We have a different set of women. You see, one time a man is not, if a man talking to you and you say, yeah, go talk to the man, like, okay, yeah, me like him and him like me. And then he mentions, or you find out that he has a wife. There's no way that man is going to discuss his wife with you, Never. And let me tell you something. If you're bright enough to ever bring up him wife,
you're reprimanded.
Any conversation. Oh, you're mad. That's the last time you'll see that man.
Yes. Yes. But this is what
Or
happened.
you'll
And
be
this
in
is why,
trouble with that man.
and this is why, and you can win at any point in a Jojo, jump in with just a chat. This is why me blame the man them. Because, and no, and I can't really, sometimes I'm sympathetic towards females. You know why? Like I say, I have friends, women friends, who, female friends who this have happened to. The man tell them a bunch of lie, and as Barry Singh says, sweet lies. The man tell them a bunch of lie, and then gets sorry for the man now. And I say, the woman not do this and the woman not do that. And them feel, say, you know what, I need to do this for him because he's such a nice guy. He
Them
helps
are
me.
who you call yamhead. Them are who you
Yamhead.
call yamhead.
You see,
Okay?
you see with a lot
Because
of
from me
women.
I grew up, me know say a man will say anything, forget that thing.
Yes.
So those are who you call yamheads.
Yes. And it's funny, a lot of
Yeah,
women
Jojo.
are jealous of each other. So whatever you have, they want. So you could be going down, you're looking nice, you're looking fancy, you buy a new car, you have your husband beside you and all of that. They just sit waiting for that opportunity where they can just sneak their way in. So you find some most of these people are saying that make the man stay him for keep him job. The man not do nothing wrong and this and that. Where is your moral? You understand? Are you gonna sacrifice for less? Because if they don't reprimand him, another police officer might do it and say, well, no, now go come out of it. You have to set standards in life. You have to have standards. You can't just go and say, God, me want a man. So me just a pray forget a man. God send me a husband. You have to be specific in what you want. So if you're going, if you're going around and you don't have any standard, and because you see a man doing something well, according to them, it's well. To me, it's sloppy, nasty, disgusting. It look bad. I couldn't keep it on my phone. And I don't want to even describe the female because trust me, oh my God.
Let me describe it. While
and
lady
finally, the nice wife.
Jojo,
The
while
nice wife.
Jojo, one lady said to me, say, it look like one rotten sour sap with piece I just sink in and just flap. And I'm like, stop, please.
Lord have mercy.
That is
Lord
what
have mercy.
people. Let me incorporate the viewers. Yes, you can text. I'm going to put up the number after I feel like finish reading these. So if you want to call and weigh in, you can. Troy saying, which a very important point, which yes, I can affirm they have kids. The kids may need counseling because they may be traumatized. I hope that they haven't been exposed to this.
Oh my God.
That is what I'm hoping. So, even before it reached the being traumatized part. But I mean, if they're, because the Star reported that I think the wife is contemplating separating. So maybe. Arlene is here, and Arlene say they can only offer counseling and allow him to reconcile, repent, and move on. Okay. And that is the church is answering what the church should do. Carida said, as she alone my business with, and that is in support of the wife. Troy say, I don't think he should be terminated from the job for that though. If that's the case, the minister should step down last year when that video was leaked and try gun politics right there. So which man I gotta go with you. Where was the minister moral? Still not going there with you, sir. Female sending Arlene say, female something ugly bad. Oh, no, not easy, I think this is a good time for me to read the story again for those of you just joining. I'm asking a bunch of questions. One is, what should the church do if this man is the police is really a deacon, because everybody is reporting that. But today I saw this publication of what is reported in the Star that a gospel singer want to marry the cop in the video, and this was published today. And it says a US-based gospel artist has come to the defense of the policeman in the viral sex video, saying she would gladly take him if the relationship status changes. Samantha Gardner, who is known for her songs such as, and may I read it, may I give her a little, 5 minutes, Miracle and Only You, Lord, encourage the embattled constable to stay strong. Quote, it's not like it was a man that they caught him with. And I hear that people keep on repeating it. So have we deviated from sin is sin? Because to me, if it was a man, it was still wrong, and it's a woman, not his wife, still wrong. That's just me. I don't know. So she said, and oral sex isn't or was never taboo. A lot of persons who are bashing him is doing worse behind a closed door, and I think she's doing what the Bible says also, because she's judging to say other people are doing. I don't know what people are doing behind closed door. She said, Gardner said she has recently divorced, quoted the Bible saying that all have sinned and come short of the glory of God. I am a Christian, but I have feelings. The Bible says anyone without sin should cast the first stone. I am sure everyone will remember the woman in the Bible who had 5 men and none of them belonged to her. No one could cast a stone because they were all sinners, Gardner said. The constable, who is reportedly is a married deacon, has a social media frenzy after video footage of him performing oral sex on a woman while still in his uniform surfaced online on Tuesday. Police Commissioner Major General Anderson ordered that he to be placed on interdiction and investigation get underway. But Gardner admitted that she became aroused after watching the video. People, you're just joining. This is a gospel singer. This is a gospel singer saying she admitted that she became aroused after watching the video. Quote, I know it's not me alone, but some women will not admit it. I got chills all over my body, and I can see how experienced he was. And I won't lie, places in my body got weak. I wish I was the woman in the video, she said. Amid rumors that the lawman's wife is contemplating divorce, Gardner said that if that happens, quote, I am here for him. Quote, I am willing to not only share my bed with him, but my life, because he is blessed in more than one ways. I really don't see what this big uproar is about. I would help him to migrate if push come to shove, because I heard he is not doing well. And I made a check before coming on this evening, and I was told that he is doing well. So yeah, that's that. So Jen, you say you never get to read the story. Wait about all of that. I'm just read a while ago.
I just want to ask, is she doing well? How is she doing?
She's seeking attention.
I want to know if she's doing well.
She's seeking. Well, right. As look at it, she's recently divorced and she's already lusting off a people's husband and ready to file for him.
Let me tell you something about divorce, separation, getting out of a relationship. You see, what we do sometimes is we fall in the arms of another person for comfort, and that never works out, right?
Mm-hmm.
When you break up with somebody or you divorce or whatever, worse, you say you're a Christian. Find comfort in God and yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Learn about yourself. Love yourself. Look back on yourself in the relationship, because let's face it, all relationships don't break up because one person just so bad and the other person just so good. People are just different. Yeah. And sometimes until you lose something, you don't realize how you were, what could have gone differently. That's what she should be focused on. She just sound like a honey woman in the church parading as a Christian.
She's a gospel grinder.
Oh my Jesus.
Okay, there we go.
Yes,
there we go.
Who knows why she and her husband break up? We are not gonna judge, but
no,
you're out of a marriage and you want to rush into a marriage because of oral. So that means you don't have anything planned beyond that. It's just because of satisfaction you want to get in with this man.
That's how much you value yourself. That you will settle for a sloppy whatever. You see,
I like the term, a professional nasty man.
Yeah, he's a professional nasty man, because I am sure it's not his first time. And the fact that he took it into the police vehicle and ever, you know something, this man, I think when he sat the exam to go into the force, he got the lowest mark.
Oh my goodness.
He got the lowest mark. You know why I said that? How could you have your family? You're a deacon. knowing that somebody's videoing you. Right now, you're like a lamb to the slaughter.
Mm.
This
Well,
woman
let me
in the palm of your hands. You after if she call you and say give me $1,000, $1,500, you better give her because she has something on you that could expose, which it did.
Mm-hmm.
Which it did.
Jenny, we're weighing in.
I was gonna say what part of it that what did you just say? I was gonna weigh in on again with him.
Him get the lowest marks.
He looked kind of pathetic. He did. He looks like
Jesus.
He looks pathetic. I'm not speaking of him as a person. So let's get this. I don't know him as a person. I can't speak of him like that. I can speak of what I saw. And him just look pathetic. And him look like him at the mercy of this woman.
Yes.
The woman he's even suggesting it's kind of like he I don't know. If I see man, I would have slapped him and I would do something. Yes, man.
Hello,
No,
listen to me.
I asked my wife that this evening. I say, if you receive that video like that of me, what would you do?
Let me say something. The woman, he even suggested to the woman, oh, you want this next level now? Because everybody know after that one, whether you do it or not, you know what after that one, what going next. And she was like, no.
She's not interested in him. The church should hold him with the Bible and give him 2 Bible boxes. 2 Bible boxes. Because first and foremost, I didn't listen to the video. When it was sent to me, my daughter was in her room. And I couldn't find my headset. So I didn't want her to walk by and think I'm watching porn. Because I didn't know if there were sounds and what was going on. So I was just watching and I couldn't finish watching it. As soon as I saw clearly
what was being done,
the body parts of the woman, I was like, oh my God, I was shut down right there. So I don't know how this woman got a rose. I don't know how she get. What did she say, honey? Did she use the word honey?
No, she never used the word honey. She just said she got a
I'm
rose
saying she
her body parts started to respond. So me think the Jamaican parlance, me think say pum pum it start jump. I think that's what she was saying. Cause she said body parts and
Officer Nibble.
Leonie
Officer Nibble.
Add into it to say it's pure loss. So speaking of that, because I used this term earlier, Jen, before I came on, and I'm saying when I read Miss Gardner thingy, I think a spirit of loss came upon her watching that video. What if it's the same thing that happened to the gentleman, that something came upon him? So as much as him never have one gun on him head, maybe he wasn't intoxicated and all of that, but something had possessed him at the time. Isn't that a possibility?
Something possess all away all the time.
Possess him.
But we have to something will possess all of us. And this is why I said if the only let's just look at it really carefully, you know. You see if we had heard of this happening, we would react to it differently.
But the fact that it's visual.
But the fact that the visuals are there, we cannot ignore that now.
We saw even the sucking off of the finger. I was trying to code that up, but
yes. And then the next thing is that she went on to, and she seemed frightened. She seemed like she and a girl were used to know. She seemed like she just stupid.
Did you see her face?
No.
Her face showed?
Oh. She seemed like a girl because she even was talking about her doing certain things in his mouth, you know, urinating, And I'm like, you're just a silly, stupid person, you know. And to say that, this is why I would be so mad. You know, sometimes we women always say, and look who him go pick up, or look who him go cheat Pama with. This is a perfect example of that. Because of how she because of how she was talking about him in the voice note that she sent to someone else, if that's indeed her, if that's indeed her, and the way she was describing everything.
Yes. Yes.
You know, and then you can see the type of person that she is.
Yes.
And the next thing I noticed too with the video, she purposely showed his wedding band.
Yes.
She went
But they were
over
saying
to
like
the
that
side.
She mentioned in the speech, she said, I want married man to you now.
In the voice
In
note,
the
yes.
voice note, yeah.
Yes. So I can't, well, I'm not advocating for cheating, obviously not. But I'm saying,
Definitely not.
but I'm saying, if you are going to be doing something and then me to say that the correct to be there, are you mad? You're crazy.
Well,
First and foremost, everybody have their different take. Me per se, I'm being honest 110%. And I witnessed somebody send me my husband in his uniform. That man was carrying on in such a way, like you know when the world gonna end, and you have to make sure so you get enough of what you have to be doing. Let me tell you something. I would change my lock. I would change the lock on the door, and when it come to pushing the key, is locked out. I don't care what nobody have to say. The lock is gonna change. Go and sit down with your friend or your family member somewhere. Go to your mother's house. Let me clear my mind, because I could never sleep, and that relationship can never be the same. That marriage can never be.
It will
Every
never be.
moment of the day she see him, there's a flashback. It's gonna end. It's not gonna work out.
Let me address Try. I was saying that I was going to not address him and be political, but anyway. So first and foremost, Try get this. You, me know, is a young politician activist. First and foremost, a politician is elected by the people. So the people them voting the politician, unlike the police officer who applied for a job and got it. So right there, so there's two different something. Right? That is one. Two, I don't know if what you're talking about, I did not see no video with no minister doing no nothing. I heard about a case of somebody publishing a photograph with the minister in the same compromising position. Again, I don't know, because I can't talk about what may I say. Did that went viral like the rest of it? So who fires a political official? You can't get fired because whatever. But in this case, we're talking, what uniform does a politician wear? Troy, I don't know what color uniform politician wear. So I think it's apples and oranges you're trying to mix, which may think not go together. That's just my take. I don't know if Juju, because there's a question. Troy actually asked Juju and Jen a question, and him say, to the two guests on the show tonight, what about that incident last year with the prominent political figure? I don't know if you guys even know what Troy is talking about, but if you want to.
I see somebody make a comment on that today, and I said, there should, I don't know how they deal with it in the house. I don't know how they deal with politicians, but because they serve a community. They serve a community, so it will have to be the community say, but it's just going to be a 9-day talk for them. But then this police officer represent, yes, the MPR councillors do represent Jamaica as well, but he wears a uniform and he's out there to serve and to protect. Him now is a different story. Maybe some kind of punishment should be given to him too. I don't think he should be exceptional, but I don't know how they go about that. But in the police force, I would assume that they would want him to step down. If he's a sergeant, they might remove the badge.
Okay.
They might remove some of his stripe. Or they might terminate him. I don't know. But for me, I think they should do something drastic. Let him off for about 6 months without pay, or fire him, because him disgrace the whole entire constabulary force. Plus Jamaicans.
Whatever happened, him supposed to glad say no Juju at the commissioner who gonna make the decision, because Juju says 6 months without pay.
Okay, with the politician, I don't know if it's the one that I saw. I saw something and they said it was him. I don't know that they even confirmed that it was him in that video. But I did see something. However, if you are in the privacy of your own home doing something, it's different from when you're on the job in uniform doing something.
Thank you.
You understand? If it's a case where you find yourself in a position, even with someone else's someone,
Mm-hmm.
in the privacy, uno own private, uno both are adults, uno make mistake too, but it's different with the police officer.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, if it's the same thing that I saw, he was or they were in the privacy of either a hotel room or them home
Mm. So it
doing
was
what
like a
they were
bedroom
doing.
setting. That's what you're saying.
It was a home setting. It
Mm.
was a home. If it's the same thing that he's referring to.
Try now is saying he was in office. He was in
Oh, he
office.
was in office. I don't know that one. I don't know.
And this is what I'm saying. I think it's unfair for us to even try to compare the fact that Troy knows what he saw and what he's talking about, and all three of us not even sure of what he's talking about.
No.
But like I said, the clear difference is, again, and this is it, Troy, and you would want to appreciate this. If this had happened, we would be speculating if this man is even a police. The other night, somebody said, you know, when I got it, I was wondering if it was somebody impersonating a police for real, until when, you know, the commissioner broke silence and said, listen, order immediate interdiction. So there were persons that weren't even convinced that this was a real police. Although
Shock.
even a badge
Out
number
of
was
shock.
showing, right? Even a badge number was showing and all of that. There were people who were saying, no, man, me not believe one real police would do this. No, something wrong, whatever. So what I'm saying is, Troy, I wouldn't be having this discussion now if he wasn't in uniform. And let me say, in terms of the vehicle, because my guest mentioned several times about a police vehicle, to me, that is not clear from the video if it was a police vehicle. I am not sure. I know it's on the back seat of a vehicle, but I can't categorically state that it is a police unit. So I don't know that part. But what
That
is
again,
clear,
because you're right, because it could be that he leave work and was on his way home in his own vehicle.
Right.
We don't know that for
we
sure
don't know
yet.
that for sure, right? But what is clear is that we saw the JCF uniform shirt. We saw the badge on there, and there's a clear image. That is the next thing I was going to mention, because people keep on saying, if night should turn to day, this was day based on the video.
Lord have mercy.
Now, wasn't it, guys? Wasn't it day?
I think he should make an open apology to
You
the
think he should
constabulary
apologize?
force,
Mhm.
to his church. I think maybe I don't think I would accept it, because there's certain kind of, for me, there's certain kind of standard. There are things that I just cannot bend for. I will not tolerate. That's just me. That doesn't mean that people can't be lenient. But for me, there are certain things, it's a zero tolerance for me.
Mhm.
So, I mean, maybe if you apologize to the world, to say, because the world sees it,
Right.
I make an open apology and say whatever. I don't know if I would accept it still, but I mean, at least you own up to what you did. You know what I mean?
Right.
You're
Take
trying to
accountability for his action. I agree with you.
Yes, but for the church, I totally believe, whether it's Officer Nibble or anybody else, whosoever, which pastor, deacons, bishop, once you are in marriage, and a lot of people don't respect marriage. Marriage is not a thing that you put on a white dress and a suit and you just dress up and you want the world to know, say, yo, I got married enough. I have money, I'm just got married. It's a decree, basically, you sign. It's a promise that you make to God and
It's a
man.
covenant. Mm-hmm.
It's a covenant. You invite people are witnessing that you said, until death do us part. So for me, I don't play with marriages. I don't go into people marriages. I don't want nobody around my man. Basically, that's how I look at life. Find your own, stick to your own, and if you're having problem, try to fight it. Try to get some counseling. Try to do something different in the home. Make him come home from work and say, just do something to boost up the thing.
Yeah.
Don't stretch your head over somebody else's fence and do so, because that singer, exactly what you're doing. Oh, that him I do, Lord, it look good. Oh, me want it. There was nothing to arouse. I was not aroused by it. Actually, me stop the video. I didn't want to hear what you have to say. Some people say she asks, oh, it tastes and all them something. Like,
Ice cream. What? Let me tell you, kind of watch it. Ice cream, waffle, rum and raisin.
Is a rum and raisin?
Yes, Juju.
I'm your favorite ice cream.
So Troy is not letting down on his point. So let me read it. No disrespect to anybody. Troy says, outside of the uniform, no one would know the police officer, but the minister wears a face every day. He goes on to say, and minister shut down the reporter when he was pressed on the issue and told her that was none of her business. Ingrid, good night. All right, so let me ask you this, Troy. This will help. What is your suggestion? Because I asked Juju and I asked him about the fire. What would you do to that minister? You'd want to be done to the minister. Please share with us. And feel free to call.
Line up something.
Feel free to line up something. Yeah, feel free to call 614-373-7350. That's the number. 614. Try call me and tell us what you think should be done to the minister. Because obviously you're upset about the fact that nothing had happened to the minister. And now I'm kind of closer to what you say, which I spoke about this the other night. So Jojo, Jen, I don't know if you're following it.
The minister maybe should. I've never seen it, but the minister maybe should come too if it was publicized.
So I was gonna say this. I understood. I was gonna say that when he explained what he explained about the uniform, it makes sense, right? Where he says that if the police officer wasn't in uniform, you know, who would know he's a police officer? But the minister, we know his face. His face is everywhere, and his face is on the TV, and we see him all the time, and such. So I understand. I get that part.
Well, he's a professional nasty minister. He's a professional nasty minister too.
No, but again, no, Juju.
If that makes sure better.
If you're making feedback, but I want you to hold that judgment. And the reason why I said that is, unless try you have my number, WhatsApp me the video or the photo we are talking about. Let me see it right now and assess it for myself. Because what I'm easing to say, the fact that you mentioned, I know exactly which minister you're talking about. It's actually the health minister based on the comments you saw about the press. Now, this is what happened. So, in a press conference, Juju and Jen, where they were having a what is it? Press briefing for COVID, right? Talking about COVID. And Zara Burton from something another degrees, something another 96 degrees, whatever, reporting. She asked the minister if it's true that he's having an extramarital affair. And if he's involved with a director of some company, with that was thing. And I think that was rude. I think it was out of place. Because again, try saying that him have video and photo of a minister. I don't see no video. I don't see no photo. What I know based on your comment a while ago, Troy, is that a question was asked by a journalist and the minister tell her that it is none of her business. And I agree. Just like what Jen said, I don't know if she was relating to the same thing too. That listen, whatever was done wasn't in the public sphere and people, whatever. And yeah. So if the man was having an extramarital affair, that is between him and his wife. That not nothing to do with the public. Unless, I said this last night, I'm going to repeat, unless it's a case where the minister or a public official is using taxpayer money for fund him escapade, then I will have a problem. But as far as I'm concerned, whosoever, and like I say again with this officer, we don't care who we want to do what to. The issue is, and what we're discussing is what he was representing at the time. And persons from all over the world were waiting to make them say, listen, Damon, if this was in the country that I'm living now, he would lose his job. He's not even a two-way about it. So try.
Exactly.
Okay,
exactly.
Try's calling us, guys. Try's calling us. Yes, Try. Tell me what you'd want them to do to the minister. I'm not. Hold on. Don't go nowhere. Wait. Try again. Go ahead.
How are you doing tonight?
Hey, I'm good, sir. How about you?
Okay, I'm very good. Thank you very much.
So this is Try, people.
So I'm saying that if everyone is going to pressure the police officer like that, and when the video of the minister came out the other day, no one said anything. The minister should be censored just the same. You understand what I'm saying?
When you say censor just the same, what you mean? Because nothing has been done to the police officer yet, you know. So I mean, I can't follow everything.
Everybody's bashing the police officer.
Who is the everybody?
He's supposed to be bashed.
officer?
He's supposed to be bashed.
Well, I mean, the guests on the show are describing the females underneath and everything like that. We don't know how every underneath state. So what I'm looking
We never, I didn't describe no underneath.
No, try. Don't. No. Don't shift the argument. You say everybody is bashing the officer.
What do you mean describe underneath?
Everybody's bashing the officer. The officer is on a suicidal watch right now. Nobody's concerned.
You don't have no proof to that. And like I said, I asked.
It has been said.
No, it has been
video.
No, sir.
There has been video that has been released, Damien.
Boss, send it to me, let me play it right now.
More important?
Send it to me right now, let me play it.
Yeah, you know what?
I can't send it right now, but I've seen videos on people's phone, but I have a video for myself.
You saw a video with the officer saying that he's suicide?
Saying that he's going to commit, suicide. So he's on suicidal watch.
And you know the officer?
I am from Port Antonio. I am aware of who the person is.
No, may I ask you, may I ask you a specific question? The same person that you saw on the sex video is the same person you saw on this video that you're saying. Tell me exactly, word for word. What is the video saying?
As I'm saying, it has been alleged that he's on suicidal watch.
No, you say you saw a video.
I saw a video.
And what the video say? What is in the video?
Oh, him say right now, I'm gonna survive and I'm gonna live for him, I'm gonna kill himself and stuff like that.
So how many that video there? Somebody please send me that video there.
Attention that the police
I'm gonna get, because this is gonna be a topic of discussion for a
hold on, try. What you say I got Juju in here?
Is you know what? I find when they do this bull crap, they come and they use a sympathetic word about committing suicide for the world to say, oh, no, stop. See the man out to kill himself or whatever. I don't know what Troy really expect for us to say. Do you want us to applaud him, Troy? Do you want us to say, hip hip hooray, you go, officer, squaddy, you go? What do you want us to say? Because personally, we are all entitled to our opinion. So what do you want us to say, Troy?
Try?
Yes.
Try God.
You're not. No, he's here. You're responding to Juju?
Yeah. What do you want us to say? Do you want us to give him a pat on the back?
All right. So you say weren't hearing. I just boost her in your thing. So let me repeat what she said. She's asking, what is it that you want from us? You want us to tap him on the back and congratulate him for the good work that he has done and he has represented Jamaica well and the JCF?
Not necessarily, but I'm sure that there have been other videos that came out with people doing stuff like that.
But we cannot do that, Troy.
What is it? Because he was in uniform? Is that the issue?
But we not said that. I said it. I said before you type that. I said, listen, if this wasn't
because I came on the show late. So
no, when you were commenting before you actually text, I said this. So let me repeat. We would not be having this discussion now. The lady we're writing, she's a gospel singer, says she's ready for file for him. We wouldn't be having this discussion. Nobody would even know who if he wasn't in the government uniform. So the act itself, so let me put it out there. The act itself is something that a lot of people have said, listen, he's not the only one. I think Juju started out, or was it Jen? One of them started out by saying,
Jen, not me.
Oh yes, Jen said, listen, him is not the first man who ever do this. Maybe him is not even the first man get recorded. However, Jen say is the first police this where she see, where she can't see say it's a police doing it. So you're saying that there are other videos and all of that. That is irrelevant because we're dealing with this specific case.
Okay, my bad then, because
and you keep on making the link to the minister, and Juju was asking you that to say what you want to happen to the minister, or what should have happened to the minister.
But I'm saying that one of the guests is saying that the minister is elected by the people.
No, I said that.
But
I said that politicians
have jurisdiction over the minister to reprimand him for whatever outrageous behavior
but you see,
he had performed.
But try. Why you say outrageous behavior? What's the meaning?
What was in the video? Was it oral? Was it something done orally? What was it?
You're asking the same question. Was the minister performing oral sex based on what you saw?
The minister wasn't performing oral sex, but there was a female that was doing it to him.
Oh, so it was what's she name? Monica Lewinsky.
It was the other way around.
So it was a Monica Lewinsky.
Yes, but
let me answer it.
Hold on,
we are not being biased.
What did you say?
We're not being biased.
Hold on,
We're not being prejudiced.
hold on 1 second, because I want to try to hear you, and I just realized that there is something that's supposed to happen over this side, and for some reason I never do it. More hear you in your own words. So don't do that. Do that. Let's try this again. You're hearing Juju now. Try that, Juju.
Juju, talk to me.
We're not gonna be biased, Troy, and we're not gonna say that what you saw, because I've never seen it, what you saw with this minister isn't bad because some girl is doing it. That's what I said earlier. If it was a wife doing this thing, the police officer's wife in this position, would we be patting her on the back? No, I don't think so. We would be dragging her in the mud. And if the minister have someone doing that in the privacy of his home and it's leaked, I personally think that he should come forward also because it becomes publicized where the public now sees it. So I would think, this is my take on it, for him to come publicly and said, listen, I am very sorry, the tape was leaked. It was in the privacy. I wasn't in the office. Was it in the office?
Try says was in the office.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Well, he should apologize.
Yes.
He should apologize, and them should make him come out, no pay for 3 months.
Juju,
No pay for 3 months and apologize to the public. Is
The
that
video that I saw, the video that I saw, it never looked like it was an office setting, but maybe that's a different video. But I know it's the same person because of what we just established with who it was before, right?
And was that
we didn't call any name, but we have to be diplomatic, you know?
Right.
Diplomacy.
So in that case, you know, let me say something. You see, when you decide, Damien, you decide say you a lifestyle TV, and if you go mess up, we're gonna drag you, you know, because you come out and you put yourself.
I'm well aware. I push
and you
myself
stand up. Yeah, you are now a public figure, and a lot of times we feel like we deserve to get some answers. You know, we want to hear Wagwan, minister, you're married, what to your wife? Wagwan, no man, me did rate you, my vote for you, my cheer for you. Wagwan. As a normal citizen, I'd be like, that's none of your business. But as a minister, it's like, hey, this was something that happened in the privacy of my home, like Juju was saying. You know, I messed up or whatever them want to say, left it. I will respect. I wish that you would respect that. You know, it's my private life.
My privacy, yes.
But with the police now, in uniform. There's a reason why they're in uniforms. There's a reason why police officer or his level police officer wear uniforms. There's a reason for that. You understand me? And if he was on duty and like, okay, so let's say you're off duty and you're a vehicle, you know, we're still doing a police uniform.
Okay.
Why you not take it off? Take off the shirt then. You must have on an undershirt.
You said something earlier, Jen, and when you said you're wearing the uniform and they say she's from Magati. Right. Even when you see a video and a young girl is carrying on or whatever, normally sometimes you don't even recognize the boys because most of them wear khaki. Unless they have epaulets, right? Unless they have epaulets. But other than that, once you see a school, you're like, oh my God, I St. Diego High School, terrible, sir. St. Catherine High, stuff. So when you're wearing your uniform, you're not just representing yourself, you're representing the entire school.
Exactly. And so as a husband, you're representing your uniform.
For my work, 1 second. For my work, I have to wear uniform. And one night I was coming from work and a friend of mine, both of us, was going, she wanted to get some Chinese food. And I had on, and it's a bar and a restaurant. And I had to take off my name tag because we came out with our name tag. And I had to take off the label, the symbol. I had to put it in my bag. So although I'm wearing the uniform, you cannot identify much unless I have on the entire badge.
Right, that would be the complete uniform.
To represent the company I works for. Because you're not supposed to be in a bar. here in Canada, if you have on your uniform, and let's say a police, you go for check to make sure so nobody not fighting, no battles not throwing. But when you leave work, you're not supposed to be found in a bar unless it's an entire restaurant without liquor. Period. Believe it or not.
See, and I live in Canada and I never knew that.
What you say?
I never knew that. I live in Canada. I've lived in
Jen,
Canada for years. I never knew
Then
that.
if you work at the airport, if you work with UPS, if
Oh
you work
yes, you're right.
Yes.
You're right.
you
You're right. I
in
work.
your uniform and sit and drink liquor in your uniform.
It's true. I worked with Porta Airlines for a little while. It's true. It's true. I remember now. It's true. Yeah, you can't.
Yes, I understand that when you're wearing a uniform, you represent the whole company and everything, you know.
But you know my issue with you? You know my issue with you?
Yes.
You come out by saying, yo, love the officer, but then you're making a comparison and you're saying, but them should have bashed the minister. So that means you're talking out of both sides of your mouth. It's either you're saying both acts were wrong, so let's condemn both.
Yes, I'm saying that.
That's not what I got from you. You're asking mischievously to say why no outrage was there for the minister. That is what I'm getting from you. Like you say, why the man really do nothing? And you see it as
why is there no outrage for the female who released the video? Then, you know.
Now you shift your argument again.
What was the purpose of releasing the video?
We don't know that. But I'm saying from you were comparing the two things and saying.
Open to conversations as to what is our motive beyond that. You know?
We don't know that, and I'm not going to speculate. That's why I'm saying I prefer dealing with what is in front of us
so
right
you're dealing
now.
with the facts.
Yes, with the fact. The fact is there's a leaked video, because like I said today, I am sure that neither of the two people involved did it with the intention to say, I want this to go viral so the whole world get to talk about me. I don't think that was the thing.
I am wondering if it's a friend, because she said I have 2 videos to show you.
Yeah, man, let's
so I'm wondering if it moved from a friend to another friend to a friend.
Let's leak the video them, Jojo. Lester, what she calling? Lester leak the video them.
Well, that is no good for her if she's gonna leak her friend's video like that. Yeah?
No, Lester is not I'm not sure the gender, but Lester is supposed to be a male.
Oh,
is it? Oh yeah.
But yeah, man, you see what I'm saying? It's like look at it now. You see what's going on with the governor of New York in comparison to when the president was alleged to have funded girls and stuff like that. You see how much pressure I'm undergo? And it's like everybody pressure him to resign, but nobody ever pressure the former president.
And I don't think that's fair. I don't think that's fair, Troy, because it depends on who. Yes, when you say nobody do this, because CNN was on Trump for 4 years, and I'm not taking up for Trump. I'm just saying CNN was on it when the video did release. When he said grab them by the you know what, it was on CNN 24/7. They're playing it. So to say nobody was on him, there were people talking. So that's not fair.
That is another can of worm, baby love.
Try. Me can't manage your guest them tonight.
All right, boss. Not a problem.
Yeah, we'll talk. We'll talk another time. Bro.
Cool. Send me the video.
Yes,
Send me the video of the minister. All right, boss. All right, try I'm a little PMP friend. You hear me? Make sure I put that out there. Try as my little PMP friend. So
big up PMP, try. Big up yourself.
The minister Israel them are going to try to find every way everything, but try no saying should I well not bring that come over here. So my friend Camille is joining us, and she said the uniform is the government property. So right there, so we know and Juju was saying that once you're in a uniform, you don't have the democracy to do what you want to do when you want to do it or you want to do it. I mean, I say, just like how the jeans pants take off and fling way over there, so the shirt should have take off to man. Good God.
Take off his shirt, man.
Yeah. Take off his shirt.
Take off his shirt.
Well, guess what? He's an example.
You know, on every levels. When you take off the shirt, you still have her. You see the position in which the office in which he takes on, which with a deacon, we still can't push that down aside.
True.
You understand? We still can't put it aside. Yes, he's wearing his uniform and we're under uniform, but then he have so much to lose. So he wasn't thinking with up here, he was more down there. And the fact that
another hypocrisy that another hypocrisy that I'm noticing, and I've spoken about this to other people. We know that in the military, once you infidelity or anything like that, a big thing. So why people accept to say, well, if he was a soldier and he married, right, so then would do all kind of thing. But police, is it that we expect more of soldiers and less of police? Why some people, it seems that don't bother them?
To me, I don't know why it don't bother people. You see, morals, let me tell you something, Damien. I believe how you were raised, how you was brought up have a lot to do with things. Not in every case, not all cases, but I think the way you were brought up make you to be the person that you are. I think I'm kind of stern because of certain things, because of the way I was brought up. And like my expectation is a little bit high, maybe. And some people are more lenient.
Hold on, Juju, let me stop you. Thinking back, say 20, 30 years ago, would you think that your expectation is a little bit high or normal? Because your way of thinking was the norm.
My way of thinking was the norm. No, not the norm. Not the norm.
It was the accepted for no say you don't do certain things as certain people. That was the normal thing to know, say, listen, you not do them something here. But no, this a simple fact to say, and I was thinking about this the other night. I remember even basic school or primary school, a teacher will tell a girl child that to sit with your legs closed.
Yes.
No, like I say, females are feeling so comfortable to record themselves. And let me tell you now, I got another video today and somebody is saying these are health workers. The girl make sure start the video on her face. Then she went down to her front with the somebody looking like one porter doing him thing. There's even the tattoo on her leg showing who she be. So there's no secrecy, there's no hiding. And I'm like, where's the decency? I remember when I was badding, when me could have bad before me married, like, woman want to turn off lights. Then not even want me see them naked and them in my bed. And I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah, shy.
No, open up and just exposed to the whole world, as Jen was saying, or was it you, Jen, saying this whole thing about being videoed? It's like one of you were saying it. It's like the new thing now that everybody just want to be, or was it Juju? I don't remember who. Everybody want to be videoed, knowing that after you video something, you don't know where to go.
Worse, I still blush to this
moment. Well, hear what me have to say.
Still blush. I still blush to this moment for my hobby. I still blush. I mean, there's certain innocence. You see when some people broke out from them young 13, 14-year-old, you will find them saying nothing wrong with this and stuff. But when you brought up in a home, my mother was extremely strict. It was home and church for me. When I decided to part from that is when I becomes an adult. Came to Canada and then we start drift. And still I have certain morals and etiquette and standards that I would not put down.
Jojo, that is why I said to you a while ago, the way you think back in the day, it was the normal way of thinking. No parents feel like say they might do something wrong with them look on them 15-year-old and say, listen, school over 3 o'clock, you better reach home by 3:30.
You get that right.
We pick the stay out and tell them mother about why me now get no bus and think we are talking about foot it no care how far school there. Them something they did normal, but now Pitney tell mother anything and mother just go with it and run with it and
your own parents to fight them parents.
You have teenager now. You have teenager now where have man come park up big car out a gate and then go sit down and chat because what him give mommy the Samsung phone or whichever kind of phone.
Sure.
Then something they know normal, but in a few days them thing they never normal.
No,
this is what I was saying, Juju. It's not that you're saying, boy, maybe you're a little bit too high. It's not too high. It's just that society, morals, and the fabric is just deteriorated and eroded. And when we talk like how we talk now, people are going to bash and I say, I want to them. Hear them now?
Oh, yes, I am boring.
Yes.
That's like someone who knows one left. I've seen it on the internet. And trust me, depends on what people classify as boring. Because every side woman is going to say that about a wife.
So you know, if you
The
come,
wife
the
boring.
reason why.
That's why I'm come to me and all these
Mm-hmm.
things. That's what they will
Mm-hmm.
say.
but as me say about that, I'm gonna repeat. Are the husband them or the man them me blame? Because if you are shot on your do road, you're supposed to can just look at one woman and say, "My girl, I like how you look." Da 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 da. Make you talk and not even mention. Because we know this too. When me used to bad, me know this. When me single, no woman no want me. But when them feel like, yo, everything I go, yo, me see with one hot blown in. And yo, him in at the club and them look like a new girl that. Then people start all offer me number because they must
True.
say, what things are going.
Yep.
I remember
Yep.
it come from fight, come drive
Yes,
and rental. Come drive and rental and me take a drive and fight and them must say, what?
yes.
Him get new car. Yeah, we know that woman love them little something there. Yes, woman love.
Jealousy and bad mind.
But the part
Jealousy
of,
and envy.
but the part of me I say no, Juju, is I blame men who are, and as Jen said earlier, it's not like she's commending cheating or all of that, but the man them where I go tell the woman them all kind of something because of them are empower the woman them for diss up them wife. When you make
Yes,
a like this
true.
right now, you're
True.
empowering somebody to go and say, listen, the man is married, the man is policed on a court here, me piss, I'll be pissing in him face, the man still
Can
and
you imagine?
Damien, one time I was complaining to a friend of mine about a relationship that I was in and the person cheated.
Mm-hmm.
And I was saying, I have to hear what the girl said. And she said this and she said that. And I said, the reason I did this was because she did that and blah, blah, blah. And it wasn't physical, but I was just saying. And he said, but Jen, you don't understand that him no respect you and she no respect him either. Because if she respected him as a man, she would never do what she did. You know, she would have never front up herself. So
Yes.
you see, so you have to give a woman something for respect. And like I said, back in the day, cheating has always been around. I don't think we're gonna get rid of it. Sad to say, on both sides. But
because in fact,
respect.
men aren't supposed to really have one woman. You know, monogamy was forced upon us. We're supposed to have more than one. But that's
well, I don't believe that monogamy is for everybody. Let's just put
Not
it that
for
way.
everybody.
I don't believe that
Exactly.
it is for everybody. I believe that some people are just not
I'm
honest.
getting more people to get to agree with me. That's good. Now,
No,
It's not for everybody.
No,
No.
man, what's out when I say that?
It isn't for everyone.
No.
I don't believe that. But I think we have some black and whites where mess we up in our head. Where we just have straight black and white. If it's for me and you decide that yes, it's for you as well as a man, then fine.
Right.
And if it's not, it's not. Sometimes it just take a conversation to make things work. Or if you know?
Yes.
So that's where I stand with that, with the thing. But with the respect and stuff, yes. Men will, if you're gonna go and talk about your woman a certain way, not only is the woman that you're telling going to tell her friends, right? But you're telling that woman, you can disrespect my wife.
Yes. Yes.
You know what? You know something? I don't think this is a relationship with him and this girl. I think he just walk around pick up women. You know why? I go back to when you the voice note that she sent out. If it's her, she said, "Mr. This policeman. If it's somebody that you're with and you have been seeing, you wanna describe it like Mr. This policeman is like you just walk up in a him say him like you. You make a little arrangement and go meet with him, and this happened."
I think she used boy and not even man to judge if my memory serves me well.
Yeah. So it's
it look like it's probably a new thing. Maybe them talk about, let's just face, some people have some fantasies. Like she said, he wanted her to video it, and some people have the things that
I don't believe. And trust me, people, I'm just sharing my view.
You don't believe that he told her to video?
He knows.
No, I don't believe that she told him. He told her.
He knows.
Oh, absolutely.
No,
Absolutely, I believe he did.
Juju, I'm not saying that he was unaware of the video in
Oh, okay.
What I said was, I don't believe, and this is the series why I don't believe people. I can't reveal every single thing. But I got 2 voice notes on that same day, Tuesday, right? And the first one is actually the second voice note. And the second voice note is the first voice note. And I got the second voice note just before coming on my live show. And I'd have to big up the person and say, yo, this is gold because I didn't get it. So this is what happened, and work with me. So this first voice note we heard, which was the second voice note, she was saying, Lester, I would never do that. I would never do such a thing.
I heard that one.
Him not do me nothing. Why you think me no play with people life like that, man? And somebody said to me that, listen, this is going to get so big. This is actually damage control. Because now you know cyber laws and all of this kind of thing. So the second voice note, which I am putting it into category to say it's the first, because, and as Juju said, I like that, if it's the person, the second voice note, which is the first voice note, was actually narrating what was in the clip. Starting out by saying, Lester, I have to video on my phone. This police boy in a police station, and he married and in a uniform, and him eat around 30 minutes, but around 8 to 10 minutes video alone, the video and thing, and him eat out, and me think I come never left in me, and him fine come, and me pissing my face, and still on you. So I'm saying all of that to say, I'm not convinced that the officer, because me look on it again. In the video, I saw a phone on the driver's seat. And I am going to put myself, people always say this, put yourself in somebody else's boot. If me did ever do something like that, and me so much want the video, why me not use my phone? I could have give my phone and say, video me. Why would I, and this is why I dispel it, why would I give the female the clearance to say, video me, then send it to my phone, well aware that listen, and thank God to WhatsApp, because sometimes we are sending something to somebody and it go to the wrong thing, now we can make case and delete it.
Makes sense, makes sense.
Knowing that you can mistakenly send that, and again I'm saying, if one of the party knew or had an intent to do something with it other than just record it, I don't think it is the man. Me no think that the man did obviously. Yes, video me so me can get something to mash up my life.
No. It's not about that. Let me tell you what it is, Damien. Let me tell you what it is, Damien. This is what, maybe you are not this person. I can tell you, there are men who will ask you to do that. These videos are what them go watch before them come in the bedroom with them wife. Those videos are videos that give them a kick. It's a video that make them feel vibrant. It make them, I'm telling you, men will ask women to do these things. I have been asked before. And I know of people who have been asked. Men will ask you, baby, you like that? You did watch a video? Or when you wanna watch it back for look on? Because sometimes you're not even really, you know what happened. You got me, you know.
And I can tell you, females are like that. They will create memories. Them no need for record nothing. And when them and you watch them and them
thank you very much.
But the men
do on the parts where me touch, they no need to watch them.
And then also remember that there's a trust issue and trust factor, and some people trust easily and stupidly.
Me agree.
Some people trust easily and
say, and I agree. From the clip again and the audio, what I heard, maybe I'm wrong, I heard, baby, nobody ever so good, and she said no.
He's a simple man, he's a simple minded, he's dumb. He's so stupid.
I told you that he got the lowest mark in the exam.
This is why
exactly. Thank you. Okay, repeat that again, Jojo. Repeat that again. Him get the lowest mark in the exam. Thank you.
Can you have some intellect and intelligence? You will never even.
I see people saying stuff like what was the point? I just have a strand. But what Juju say about the first side chick, I don't refer to the female in the video as no side chick. I think it was a one-off encounter, or
that's why I changed my
the first of
because I thought about it. I thought about it. That's why I changed it, and I said, I don't think this girl and him had a relationship like they meet up a few times, a couple times. This was that's why she's so excited. Lester, you understand?
We have to
be done all the time.
Yes, yes, I agree. So I see my big cousins here. Good evening, sir. Him say everybody want to be movie star. Well, Miss sorry. The only time when I go see me in front on camera is when me had the lifestyle. I am a camera person, but you will never ever see me in front of the camera performing. Like, me try a little thing the other day, and I'm like, but this is no. You now got me now. I've been a movie star. What we know is right become wrong nowadays. Exactly, my cousin. Right become
That's
wrong.
right.
Mhm.
That's right, cuz.
True thing. Big up yourself, Jojo Royal. Mark Prince, big up yourself, Jojo Royal. We're now living in a backward.
Oh, that's my hobby.
Really, Mark?
Yeah.
Big up yourself, big up yourself, big up yourself. Ingrid says, I don't believe he told her to video him. Me feel say she asked him if he can, because she said that too in the audio, you know, to say, him give me permission. So first she said he told me to, and then she said him give her permission. And then as me I say, link in the audio to say she was so excited, like Juju say. Me not think, because if he like I first should get a plane trip and she couldn't wait for the plane land for boast about how nice it was and all of them something there, like inexperience. So I don't know. But anyways, guys, I'm not staying much longer. So in closing, what do you want to leave with us?
I think he should do an open apology both to his colleagues, the entire Jamaica, the entire world, his church, and his wife. That's if she stays with him. Because honesty to God, just embarrassment, and your pride and your dignity. Well, the kids, you take care of them, buddy. If it's 2 or 3, child support for you. Because I'm not going to stick around with a man that's walking around with a open toilet, like you have your mouth moving around all over the place. And I believe it's not his first time, and it's certainly not going to be his last time. Because I think he enjoyed doing these things.
He looked like he was enjoying himself to me, if you ask me. It looked like he was really, really enjoying all he was doing. And then somebody was comparing and said, but the woman, what me watch video, me need to stop watching video. The woman said, the woman just lie down so. Like she did more in a video than even enjoy what the man did.
Yes.
She was so focused on the video, making the video, and I see somebody say zooming. Jen, what you want to leave with us?
Well, first of all, him, I think he would have learned a thing or two from this. I do feel like he owes his wife more than he owes anyone else. Him owe his wife an apology. I don't think that I don't think that I could stay with him, because like Juju was saying before, it's like it's the flashbacks, a lot of times we think we forgive and really we can't get over certain things, right? But if she can, kudos to her, and he should worship the ground that she walk on to forgive him for something like that. With work, whatever comes his way, if him get fired, suspended, whatever disciplinary actions are taken against him, I have nothing to say about that. You made your bed, you lay in it, you move on with life. And this should be a lesson to all away. He looked very excited. Him looked like say something where I don't know if it's something that he doesn't do with his wife, why he was so excited, why he was behaving like that. As a matter of fact, looking in his eyes, I was trying to I was looking at him, I was like, is he drunk? Was he under the influence of alcohol or something?
No,
No, I was trying to, because he was, it looked like him just, him look like a dog where the other yard hang and you open the gate and he come running and just eat up all of the food.
I think he was eager to know, to be the best at what he does with everybody else. That's why he asked her, do you ever, what you said,
anybody ever done it that good?
The auto. So I think he was trying, in everything he does, he wants to make sure that he keeps some.
Men who, in my opinion, men who will ask you those questions are usually men who are not sure of themselves. Very pathetic. They just know they're not strong men. Men who are gonna say, a man will ask you if you like something, yes, but to say, oh, am I the best? You want to be the best. You want me to tell you this. You want me to tell you that.
Low self-esteem.
And then you set up the woman, because if you did flap and she tell us you flap, your ego go hurt, so she go lie to you and tell us, no, me never get it like this yet.
They need to come at my school, because me I go say, sorry.
But like you say, and I'm just thinking back, like with me, I can't recall. I would ask And I think one of my virgin did actually vex with me the other day when I said this. From a past a certain age, I've never found myself asking a woman if she come or stuff like that. Like, you should know, once if it's your bona fide woman, you should know her body language alone should talk to you.
Of course.
You're going around and asking women, am I the best? Am I better than? And no, that shows
exactly.
That shows some level of you just not sounding
exactly.
Yeah. So I agree with you, ladies. I agree with you 100%. If him did confident in myself when I just do him thing. The other night somebody called in and they were saying he was moving too fast or something like that. It was, I don't remember the term she did use, but she's like, no, if she wouldn't rate him and give him no eye marks anyways. But
no, a lot of people are going, a lot of women are going on about it, and I see nothing to go besides the fact that besides his enthusiasm. There's nothing else there that I'm going to be like, oh my God, this person have some skills. No.
Thank you very much. So I don't understand how she got a rose, that singer. And you know what? You said something earlier, Jen, and it's true. I think I brush on it a bit, but you emphasize more on it. It's a possibility that she means what she said, and I said it when we started, Damien. It could be that she was just looking for to be known, to be seen, because she's a gospel singer. I've never heard of her, and then by you seeing that headline, you're gonna click on her video to see what she sings.
Actually, I have the clip of this song I play, and like me say, I'm like, I'm not gonna be no clickbait. Me now just see this and run go YouTube go say, "Let me go play a song for she." No, she not get no ratings off of me.
No, I didn't do that either.
But this song was started up. It never sound like no way when if you say no, all of that. So Juju, Tenet is asking, Juju, why they call you Juju?
Because I'm sweet. You remember Juju Sweetie at Jamaica? Because I'm sweet.
Well on. Remember fast in your business. Now, since Juju come out, you get that name Juju? Because I think Juju are like in the 90s. Juju came out.
No, it's a part of my name, to be honest. Okay. And then my hubby just decided calling me Juju.
So may I get your name is June. So I'm take off the N and the E. I just left the J-U.
It's fine.
Something like that.
You don't pay me no mind. I don't know why Tenet need to know why them call it Juju.
I know, but it's not something that a lot of people say Juju. A lot of people have that name, but
man. Let me tell you why she asked. She asked because of the song Dovey Magnum song Juju something. If you listen, what there's a song where Dovey Magnum said Juju. I can't sing it out. So
I know. No. But this name came about long before she did that song. Long, way longer.
Oh
yeah.
So Mark
it's a part of my name.
It was like a pig eat. Oh Jesus!
Yeah.
Mark, God,
my God! Come on, Rudy.
But that is similar to what Jen said, because Jen said, you have some little puppy and like you let them in and them just rush in. And then just want to up all like food, like they hug them. When you put on this, Jesus. No, Mark, you're not much better than Juju. Me done with enough for tonight.
They were a perfect match.
She was like one pig. Anyways, gentle people, let me say thank you very much. Thanks, Juju. And Juju, I want to encourage you because, like I said, this is the second time I watch a video from you, and I like you make the announcement, but and I watch it and I like the sound words what you were saying. And we don't have a lot of us surviving or around. Like most people think, I need to follow the crowd. I grew up to when I used to hear "Dare to be different" because me want 80 baby. So yeah, me grew up and hear "Dare to be different." No, it's more like no, you need to be the same. You need to say what everybody has say. And somebody actually screenshot this girl and actually commented on our page because this girl commented and say, the policeman for dead should have killed me myself. And when she go over another platform and saw her friends like commending the officer and said thing, she changed her mouth and say, yes, man, him did that go on good. So my friend call her out and say, hold on, who hack your page? At the page. Me just see a woman,
No.
I say whatever I know. So I realize there are a lot of people like that who they actually go with the flow. So if everybody has said this, and I was accused for this a couple of months ago because me did see one video, me just feel said the girl never deserved that because we are sleep with nobody now because them put you up. Then no need to come dig out no man for on their bed and make a thing and everybody say, oh, you cloud chasing and you want to come for this and sympathy. And I'm like, no, me is a big man meeting for myself and I miss
Be
someone.
yourself.
And
Yes.
you said earlier to even try to say, listen, everybody have an opinion. It's like one of them things that we pass fees is true. So if you're going to be upset because I am not saying what you want, that is what got to me when Juju said, listen, somebody reach out to her in her inbox and ask her what she think. And when she say what she think, like the person want to cover her down and I tell her, I say, no,
Yeah.
she's not supposed to think that. How can we do that? We have a free space, free world. Facebook is for everybody unless you say where them no want to say and them ban you and block you. So why when Lisa me say you want to take offense, you go on by your business, yeah? So yeah, continue doing what you're doing, Jen. I mean Juju, see the JJ.
Thank you.
Continue doing what you're doing. And thank you, my friend Jen. I did say the next time we will be seeing your beautiful face and you honor that request. So thank you very much for being here tonight too. And like I said, when I got hear from you in the future, because once me enjoy talking to people, I always invite them back. So thank you again.
Thanks for having us. Thanks
You're
for having
welcome.
me.
Thanks. It's been a pleasure.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
So that is it, people. That is it. Another installment of
How do I
Lifestyle. Just click. Let me help you. There we go. So that's another show. And Ingrid saying good night. Tanet, me why you WhatsApp me and tell me why you did why you asked Juju. Why she named Juju? Me why know. Me know them call Pum Pum Juju. Oh, seriously? Tanet, you're so bad. You're so rude. You rude like. So anyways, thanks again, my cousin. Big up yourself. So this was another installation. I hope nothing else developed after this week where that is concerned. So we can move on to normal and regular programming. From Monday night, I was promising you guys to play a video of this pastor rebuking demons out of this woman. Hopefully, if it's the will of the Father, we will go there next week. I don't know if there's a reason why we never did supposed to do this week, but yeah. And talking about even what was we saw, maybe people were possessed, and even with the singer, I think a demon of lust came upon her, Miss Gardner, with all due respect. No hard feeling, not judging you. I'm just saying I thought that a spirit of lust and demon came upon you watching the video. And me can tell you, like, I can't say I've never seen porn, but I never reacted to porn. But I never seen nothing to make me feel like I should. There's nothing about it did that. So the fact that happened, maybe you need to go down a knee city like Judah did say, go down in some fasting and pray and ask God for clear your mind. You won't find a husband or a good husband with if that is the way you're going to go about it. And the fact that you're making it so public, you're out there, like I said, the man is not even divorced yet, and you're willing to say, listen, I have a place for you, I'm willing to file, and you intentionally put in that file for part because you want it fine. And everybody frightened for fine, baby love. I know everybody fighting for fine. So I don't know if that is going to get to him. But yeah. Anyway, that is it. So good night. Talk to you guys today or Thursday. Tomorrow night, I'm on playing music on Mad Lion Radio and WCRS Columbus. I am here every Friday night, 9 until 11. So join me for that. See what happens there. So until then, my name is Damian Phillips. I'm your host, and I always say, well, before me, I always say, people, this is it. Not glorifying, not laughing, not making fun of. Everything should be a learning experience. So I said this last night, I'm going to repeat it. Not care how much you love the person, or not care how much excitement or whatever. Do not make videos, make memories. So if you don't take nothing else from a show, please go away with that. Make memories with whosoever. So all if a bad, you're bad, and you shouldn't bad. Like Christopher Martin said, oh Lord, please don't let me cheat. If I cheat, don't let me get caught, that kind of thing. Yeah. The evidence base, everything are evidence now. And there's another thing too that I learned, that you can record something in your phone and it can be extracted from your phone without you sending it out. And I don't even bother going that long story. Oh, I learned that. But I learned that yes, they can get things from your phone. And even with using public Wi-Fi or open Wi-Fi, people can actually access stuff in your phone. So don't feel comfortable to say, well, I'm me record it of myself. Because I know people who say that to say, listen, no, me not make no man record me, but me will record it in my phone. People can still extract stuff, information from your phone. This data thing now, data is the new oil. So you need to guard your data. And maybe it don't mean nothing to you, but somebody like me, we just see a thing out there and just talk about it for all 3 days. You understand? So if you don't want that to happen to you, please do what you need to do. And at the end of the day, I need to correct this, because if today somebody was arguing with me saying that the officer has been fired, no, that is not the case. The last development we heard was that he was served documents. He was indicted, and their officer is going to carry out an investigation. And like Senior Superintendent Stephanie Lindsay from the communication arm of the JCF said that the ultimate decision is going to be rest with the commissioner. So the commissioner will make the decision what happened after as of now. So no, he's not fired. So anybody here says something. And again, keep and I want to extend it. Keep everybody involved in prayer, because I can just imagine from all party what they're going through right now. Like I said, I can only imagine, because I'm not in it. I've never been in anything like that. So keep all of them in prayer. And Troy was saying about suicide. We don't want nobody to kill themselves and all of that. It better if you just own up to what you do and admit where you're wrong. And if apology works for you, if that works, fine. But the ultimate person that I think need to be kept in prayer and to be encouraging all of this is the wife. Because like I say, to me, based on what has surfaced, she is the only innocent one in all of this. So I think it's atrocious that you have bloggers who think it's okay to take it upon themselves and find the woman photo or wedding picture and put it in a video and blasting it and all of that. I just think that's wrong. That is distasteful. Those people, if you ask me, but then people are going to say bad mind, then people are not supposed to get no like and no share. You have to go so low to dig up the woman's thing where she never have nothing to do with it. It's not she in it town to dig up the woman and I put her. That just wrong on all the levels and all fronts. And again, those officers, because I saw several news media entity reporting that the JCF right now is split. They're split decision. There are officers saying nothing wrong, and there are other officers saying no, you shouldn't have. So to all of my friends them in the JCF or any other uniform group or thing, if you have been doing these kind of things, maybe you can learn a thing or two from this. You understand? And like me say, not trust my body. Yeah, you can learn a thing or this. Because if one next one surface, say lifestyle, I gotta talk about it. So, and even if I'm a friend, I have a police friend, I'm telling him, Mr. Brother, if I you this, I'm gonna talk about it, because that is what I do on my show. So make sure you learn a thing from it. Don't make nobody video. You don't video nobody. Make memories, man. Whosoever would make memories, so you can always go back and reminisce and think about it. Don't trust your phone. Don't do it. All right. That is it, guys. Until next week for Lifestyle, Monday to Thursday. Remember, I'm here. Let me say thanks to Madline Radio, my affiliate, and Osh. No, see there, it did done. Instagram only gave us an hour. So big up Leon and my friend over Instagram. Until then, if you can't be good, around 50 times I said that down. If you cannot be good, make sure you be careful. Yeah, do your things responsibly.